Good morning. Happy Thursday. Oops, wrong way. All right. All right, let's get the Good morning, Dad. What's that? How you doing? Yeah, we got the background music going again. How you doing? Think now it's stable. Let's stare at this screen for a little bit. We have a properties editor that we got to work on. So, yeah, we have to figure this out. So we could either create some HTML, like some sort of form on the server side that ends up filling the content for for the client. Is probably where I want to go with this. But we'd need to know what kind of form to fill out for the properties. So if we go to like an example page, say just this one. I think it's going to depend on the kind. Some of these may not have properties. So maybe part of having a template is that in one case we can render it, and then we have another one that knows how to render the editor. The property editor. Hmm. So whenever we create a new widget, we create the renderer here. And we also create the editor, the properties editor. It's probably the most flexible instead of having types that we put on this and having it kind of, put a bunch of things together. Probably gives us the most flexibility too. Permissions will probably be a common control. Some won't have any properties that it. All right. So what do we do with this? Visible? Where are we at here? Oh, that's right. We were going to do something with the drawer. Don't want to do anything with that yet. Revert that. There we go. Create dialog. Fetch dialog content. That's pretty much it. We show, right? I mean, that's should be expected. So what is the endpoint going to be for this? We'll have something. I really don't know what it's going to be. I expect that. Let's see if I can find this. Velocity. Okay. We're going to have some sort of dialogue show up, right? But if you click on the little M in the bottom for mimeograph, or whatever it is, little slash, who cares? You click on that, it can be anything. This shows up. And then we add this content. So let's, do we want to add that? It's probably going to have to be at the very bottom, like the last element in body. Then it'll have to go on top of everything. We'll have to worry about z-index. Hopefully we could get away with not having too much there. How do we create the dialogue? Should part of that actually be created by the server? What if, we're going to have something that we create. What do we want to use for that? MDM create element. Be able to create a div somewhere. Hang everything off of it. And then append it to the body. Because we could do that. It'll give us a lot of flexibility. Working in a mirror factory is something you can totally see yourself doing. Oh, Nightshade, dude. I'm thinking we do something like so, right? We create a div, create something. We're not going to create this. We'll essentially take the response from the server, stuff it into the inner HTML, append it to the DOM, and that's it. Super simple. And then when we close it, we'll just destroy it, right? Remove the div. Well, here. Be lazy, and we're going to add one of these. Dialog. Now we are also inside of an environment that has access to Bulma. Clean up some of this. Want some classes on there. Something that says it's modal. Boom, like that. Hmm. an array of strings. Oh, I see. It's a var arg. And in this case, we want we could do one of two things. We could say that the modal itself doesn't have anything extra on it. But I heard something. All right. Oh, it's a rooster crowing. Uh, as roosters go from like puberty into adulthood, sometimes their their like their crow sounds like somebody's strangling them. It's like, what is that? Anyhow, anyhow, um, yeah, that one sounded okay. All right, we could just create this whole structure. It's odd that this here doesn't really have a close button. Oh, this one has one. Oh, is it way up there? Yeah, it's way up there. Uh, Which is funny because the way that this works, that's just for effect. Because it's outside of this that it actually closes. Oh, it's clever. All right, here we're copy this. We could either add this via. Oh, this is getting me. No, well we'll create this on the server side. So we're just gonna have a div, valid host container. All right. Now, I want to use something that I haven't used before, and because I've been stuck in the world of IE, I want to use we use fetch. That looks so nice. I no longer have to bow to the whim of IE's bug-ridden corpse. How do we use fetch? I've never used fetch before. This is a new world for me. When I can use await. Get that. Oh, this is going to be magical. All right, fetch provides a generic definition of request and response object. This will allow them to be used wherever they are needed in the future, whether it's for service workers cache API or other similar things that handle or modify requests and responses. Okay. For making a request and fetching a resource, use the fetch method. It is implemented in multiple interfaces, specifically window and worker global scope. Okay. Oh, you know what? We've been using this on the server side to speak with the durable objects. I guess I've been using it already. Huh. The fetch method takes one mandatory argument, the path to the resource you want to fetch. It returns a promise that resolves to a response to that request. As soon as the server responds with the headers, even if the server response is an HTTP error status, you can optionally pass in init, right? So same as what we've seen before. Huh. Does this mean we also get the mix-ins? So we get the response, and the response has the body mix-ins. Yep. Ooh, lovely. I'm looking forward to this. Fetch. What do we want to call this? Admin. Something like that. How do we wire that up? Oh, it's only available inside of async functions and at the top of, okay. But this isn't like that. How do we bootstrap this? Because we're doing this via some sort of click handler. Oh man, got smoke in the air again. Messing me up. Let's do a quick search for that. How to use await in event handlers. Exactly. Anonymous async function that calls the function. Just mark the event handler as async. Oh. How? Great. I don't want to watch your 20-minute video just to read, like, this is something that I could read in a paragraph. Can we just add async in front of it? Oh, interesting. The return type of an async function or method must be the global promise T type. Good morning, Xenocron. How you doing? Magic. So why was the last one giving us C sharp when I specifically requested JavaScript? Didn't I? Yeah. So we await that. Then what? What do we do? And then dialog container dot inner HTML is I've been calling this from yeah, can't, and we should probably just get that as text. What is the mix-in for this? Let's see, we want response. It's funny because this page here actually has not enough. There should be a lot more on there. There we go. Text. So we want to call text. What's this give us? A promise to a string. So we await that. Oh, look at that. This is starting to feel like a real language. All growed up JavaScript. So nice. All right. Oh, and then we have to add dialog container to body. Anything else? I think that's it. All right. Lucky Jade. 10 years in a night. You can wrap a try-catch around it for air catching. Let's see. There's also the here, right? You can toss a catch on this. And so you could do that. I mean, if you write buggy code, right? Like, kidding. So we could do that. But in that case, I mean, I don't know. We'll get to it. I just want to see it working at first. So we have something like so. I'm just gonna reduce that. I was watching was it Everyday Astronaut on YouTube, and Elon Musk was giving him a tour of the Starship like facility, and he talked on Elon Musk's 5 rules for efficiency, and it was really interesting. Where are they? Productivity. Let's see. Remove. I don't want the daily routine. But there were basically 5 things that he ended up talking about. And they were pretty cool. It was interesting. Definitely never seen people write catch in a try catch. And not await a promise. Huh. Absolutely never happened. Or we just, use the try operator there. And bubble it up, right? That's really what we want. Hey, John. Good morning, John. How you doing? How are you? Okay. So we're just going to call slash admin dialog. Let's add that route. Source admin. Get admin dialog. Something like that. And this could absolutely be a page, though. Let's create a new page for it. Hmm. Speed runs. Talking about John's speed runs? Who's speed runs? All right. Let's grab some of this. Let's toss this in there. Now for this, what are we going to have? We need a couple widgets. We need a dialog widget. That goes away. Something like so. This means we should also be able to just go straight to it. Oh, kind of interesting, but it's a repetitive grind. What are you speed running? I feel like I've watched you speed run. I don't remember though. Like Dark Souls or yes. Okay. There we go. Gotta stand up today. There we go. Mimeograph, source, templates, dialog.rs. Okay. No properties on this. Dialog, I guess it will have children. Little dialog example. Basically transcribing this into it. Okay. A modal. We'll have the children inside of there. We just need the button. Okay. Hey, how's it going? 511. Is that is say? What is my job? I'm a web dev. They're saying, are you asking us to compare Rust versus Python? Yeah, completely different tools. Python's like a glue language. Be very useful for scripting, doing other sorts of things. You can do quite a bit with Python, except for like build an operating system. Whereas Rust can probably do everything Python can do, plus some. The difference is going to be in time to market. It can take you longer to get something done in Rust than Python. Why is my tabbing versus spaces off? What's going on here? Why isn't the formatter kicking in? Oh, because this is not included. Save that again. There we go. Yep. Macro not expanded. Don't care. Well, why did we get 4? Oh, guess I am using 4. Okay. I'm gonna flatten this and fix this. There we go. Alex having a bad day today, huh? I see that. We're up at like 6%. Ooh, look, it's probably doing it right now. What is going on? Did it reboot last night? I'm gonna check on it. Actually, we can do that over here. Let's see. It says the connection's good at the moment. They changed the interface in the phone app. It looks slick now. Okay, here we go. It says we've been obstructed for 17 seconds, but the last couple blips weren't obstructions, they were quote unquote other outages. Oh. Yeah, it's had a couple. Is there anything else we have to do on there? Run that again. Build failed. Oh, yes. What's going on here? Load transform failed. Turn what? Oh. Throwing inside of an async function without a catch block or by rejecting a promise on which the... Okay. Is that because of my TypeScript changes? Here? I imagine that's like the first part of the build process. Oh yeah. Trying to connect my phone. Stack trace would be nice. What are we? TS. Generic failure. Build to resolve. Generate a runtime. I don't see any errors here. But if I say, comment that out. What's gonna happen? Still. Is it the promise? Can we do that? All right, so let's figure out where our build process is failing. Let's patch that. Run mini flare. There we go. That's not it though. That's like the entry point for it. But then we go into build here. Okay. Let's see where we go from there. Building TypeScript, okay. So inside of building TypeScript, so we check the error code. We await that. We invoke reject, but don't catch it here. Hey, Brooke, how you doing? And welcome, Raiders. How's everything? You have a good raid today, Brooke? And Twitch auto rated. Oh no. Oh. Oh man. Happens to the best of us. It's fun. Welcome everyone. We are currently working on mimeograph. Recording videos on Rust, of course. Oh, lovely. Very cool. Do you have any of those videos up? Can you link to, like, are they on YouTube? Where are they? Trying to track down. Not yet. I've been recording locally. Gotcha. Oh. Oh. Well. Error undefined. That is unreasonably vague. That is absurd. You're doing them out of order. Oh, I see. Huh. Well, I think this error makes sense. Can't find the, does it make sense? Why is it looking for a shim? Okay, so that's wrong, but this did nothing. Yeah, definitely the error we're getting. You explained how Rust compiler is like a pair programmer with really good feedback. Except for me. Well, technically, this is a program built in Rust, but it's compiling TypeScript to JavaScript. We're using SPAC to transpile some of our TypeScript code. However, it's only going so well. Load transform failed. Kernel process promise. So let's check their a GitHub for this. So this is part of the swc.rs project. It's a super fast JavaScript TypeScript compiler. And as you can see, it is awesome, especially with error messages. A little sarcasm there, I'm sorry. Or, ooh, interesting. You need to configure it via swc.rc. Well, we did that. All right, Brooke. Thank you for the raid and have a great Thursday. And this looks like it'll work. Okay, let's go to their configuration. Maybe we have to say we expect async await. No. Searching for async and await doesn't do anything. All right. Preset env. Freezing swik with browser list. Okay. External helpers. I mean, this is basically what we're using, right? I think this is exactly what we have. ECMAScript. Target. I wonder why it's having a problem with this. Caused by failed to analyze module. Failed to resolve generator runtime. Here, let's search for that. Oh, hold on a sec. Be right back. Okay. One more. So why would this be failing? Let's search for that other issue. Back to GitHub. Pull requests, issues. Why did require become require one? What? Input code. Async function. Okay. Hmm. Ooh, that's interesting. So, do we have to import some of these for this project? Maybe we should just use a regular TypeScript compiler for this. Bums me out though. It's not like we're going to need all the performance with this. It should stay fairly tiny. But still, I wanted to use that project. I just don't want to fight with like ambiguous errors. Do I have? Oh, which version? Oh my goodness. I used to do TypeScript work a while ago. Um, that's been a while. 5 years, 6 years. All right. npm add tsc. Is it called TypeScript or? Should be able to run it via command line arguments. Node modules dot bin. tsc. There we go. It built it. What do we get? Ah, all the async stuff got polyfilled. Okay. Is there no in it? Oh, hold on. I didn't install that globally. Take a peek at that. Oh, wow. Fills everything in for us. RSTS. Okay. Should get the same outputs because that's all configs, right? That's all the defaults. Yes. All right. What do we want? We want ES 2021. What browsers support ES 2021? Doesn't tell us which browsers though. It looks like 2020. Fairly good support. What is this one? Feature summary. Huh. Except for Safari on this one thing. I suggest extending tsconfig. Recommend switching whatever target I want. Don't have minification. You want AIO? Maybe parcel, zero config. Oh no. I only want strict. Let's see. Outdoor is going to be. Ooh. // dist. No. Oh, no. This is statics. Out file. Hmm. Undo this one. You mean bundling? Yeah, I don't think we really just need to make one small file here, so I'm trying to get away with just using this. Let's see if we can do it with just this. So I'm hoping it just stays a small piece, right? Small thing. So that's the destination. Why doesn't it like that? Okay. Let's target. Let's go go back. Back. Yes. 2021. Ooh, Opera and mobile Opera. JavaScript built-in promise any. All right, let's just target 2021 then. Incremental, of course. Actually, I don't know why we would need that for this. Anything else? Source maps? Hopefully we don't need it. All right. It's been bugging me. A little jar. Save my new friend. Calling on my mic later. Later. Run that again. Module. Wait. AMD and system modules are supported alongside out file. Okay. Okay, outer. Why can't I? At least there are better errors. So we do AMD. Yes. ES bundler that takes no time is ES build ready and go. And problem with ES build for TypeScript is that it doesn't do the type checking. We'd have to then have ES build plus TSC. If we just choose one like AMD, statics. I mean, that looks fine. Parcel is the same. Like so. Run dev. Okay. So take a peek. Building TypeScript. That worked. Populating KV. What happened? This was working. We don't have that config anymore. All right, the dis.shim. We're not building this. I think I have a ant infestation. Trouble. Coming in from the outside. So inside of the KV target, in here. So this one is supposed to say, hey, your main output is going to be this other thing, right? That's what it should be looking at, but it's not. Yeah, same thing. I tried to simplify it. I removed all the extra environment stuff, but it seems like I am. Let's go at the template here. Wait, here we have build, upload, and build. Format, upload dir, main. Ah, it, unable to parse Wrangler config. Can't redefine existing key. Okay, fine. Is this an error here? Here we pull that in, but we don't actually give the path to the file. I was expecting it to get it out of here. In our other MJS file on MiniFlare, do we give it the path? We don't. We used to. So maybe that would help here. Hmm. Oh, I see. Is index PG? It's there. They're both in the same directory. Feels like it's not picking up the config file. Modules true. Yeah, it's not picking it all up. Like the whole upload section there. A moment. So we don't really have an environment that we're setting up. I guess we could have a pseudo environment. Just call it mini flare. We call upload mf, and we pass in the environment. That is not needed. I feel like I'm missing something small and fundamental. But pick that up. I don't see the WASM stuff. Normally there's more output. So if we scroll down to here, you'll see there's this compiled WASM section. I don't know why. Oh, these things are getting on my nerves. And redefine existing key. Oh, here. Yes, all of that is redeclared. Oh, and it worked that time. Now we have our compiled WASM. Why didn't that work when we didn't have the environment settings? Okay, not going to fight it at the moment. Dialog features supplied 0 arguments when expected. Let's go back to that. That's in templates. Back to the Rust code. And we were going to look at dialog. Don't have anything I want in there at the moment. Okay. Wow, today Starlink has been something, huh? Okay. Looks like it's going to work. So let's try loading that up. So if we go to localhost, adds there, admin/dialog could exist. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, but feels like something's wrong. We don't have anything in our dialog, do we? Got the modal with nothing in it. So normally we would end up with some sort of content here. And why are these dark? Oh, because it doesn't have CSS? No, it's right there. Oh, we do have an error. Fix that stuff later. This is a test. Nothing. Fascinating. Now, the other thing we have to do for this is have a lot less HTML in there. We don't want the whole thing. We just want this. So instead of rendering a page, we just want one element. We don't want all the extra script. We don't want all the extra, CSS, etc. HTML. We could either something else in here. It says like something that's like render mode, something, you know, page only. Whatever it is, right? This one is kind of special though. It's like, well, we're trying to say, hey, how can we actually reduce that and get why ants are invading? Nothing in here. Right back. Exterminate. All right. We could get only a certain piece of the text out of there. Is I put that in some sort of dummy div, extract the piece we want, and then we're done with it. Is that going to be better or worse? This is on source pages. We could have something like that or something. So we could add something extra there. Uh, Something like that, where we do everything except for rendering the page. We don't render the page, we just render the widget. Which means we would want to build like a dozen of these things today. Where do we render the widget? Build widgets, CSP stuff, spawn local, etc. Interesting. Good script on this. We're going to need to know what the same nonce. Get the same nonce. Yes, and at this point, this is where we render the children. Hmm. I gotta figure something out. What? Hold on. This thing is just reeling into my head. What the heck is this thing? Um, my little buddy. I want one of these things instead of squishing it. What are you? What does a termite look like? Termite versus ant. Which is um all right, so 3 body sections. Middle is not narrow. For termite, what is this? I can see you. Oh, oh, toggle bit. We are well, welcome everyone. I I've had this these little things that started showing up today. Little I think they're ants. And caught one, and it is just pissing me off. I think these are just flying ants. They're clumsy. There we go. You're on the glass now. I think you're. All right. Well, that's unfortunate. You get them from time to time. Always go full paranoid that they're termites. They're definitely ants. You shift their path across your house once in a while. Yeah, and like I've killed, I don't know, a dozen this morning, and and then like one will hit you, it'll bump into you. They are clumsy flyers. I'm used to more sophisticated flyers, and well, or I'll probably just how, yeah, probably it's been incredibly dry this year, so I can completely see why they're coming this far, but they gotta stop. I'll probably bait them. Oh, look at that. Carpenter ants versus termites. Yeah, termites are very susceptible to dehydration. They, their outer body is very delicate. I used to live in a place where the termites were all over, where you either had termites or ants, and everybody chose ants. And we're like, no, no, we want the little ants. Um, but it is frustrating, especially when I like see them out of the corner of my eye, just like tick, 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 like crawling, and like I don't see any right now. Oh no, no, no. There's. Oh, I see two off in the far corner. I'm not gonna go and leave y'all for a little bug hunt, but goodness, this is this is not how I wanted to do this morning. So let's ignore it. There are no ants. These are not the ants you are looking for. Good morning, Tama. How you doing? Voltbit? Illegal DDT? I worked with a guy. When I was a teenager, okay, I was learning to code. And I was working at a movie theater, and this guy came by. Happened to be the husband of my French teacher. He knew I was into computers and stuff like that, and saw me sitting there, working at the theater. And he's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm selling tickets." And he's like, "No. I mean, I thought you were getting into coding, stuff like that." It's like, yeah, I'm trying to do that." And he's like, "Well, do you want a job?" So I hit him up on it. And we were doing cold fusion and making web pages, right? Something simple. It was a lot of fun. And after that, we got to know each other better. And it turns out, like, when he was young, he used to be an exterminator, like a full out exterminator. Bandage trail, usually just put a good line of spray. Nice. I will definitely do that. The other thing that we can do is I have diatomaceous earth, and ants don't like that. If I do find it, I'll do that. Because that's what I have on hand. I don't think I have some good spray. However, so my buddy, um, he's a crazy guy, but he had these horror stories from like restaurants and things like that where he'd be called into a restaurant, like a Taco Bell or something like that. He's like, "Oh, Taco Bells were the worst because they never closed down. They never shut down long enough to do like a good cleaning." And like, so any sort of food place like that where they just don't get a chance to do a serious cleaning. But he said the thing that worked the best on all like the sort of ants and stuff like that, he'd go down to Mexico and pick up cyanide, and they'd mix it in with some bait. It's like that was like the best thing you could do for ants in these places. It would just clean it up like right away because they would take it back, and the whole colony just boom gone. Wow, we're getting closer. Come to me. I'll be your friend. Yeah, I forget what he mixed it with. It was like a jelly or something. Or something sweet. Whatever they were going after. Was the French teacher a spy? No. The French teacher's husband. And apparently this was common um in when he was young, and you could buy stuff like this. Um so I mean think about it. Like Coca-Cola used to have cocaine in it. And nice stuff like that if you went over the border. Oh, he lived in Brazil for a while and did some stuff. Like a sweet trap. I take it back, kills the colony. I've seen that where it's like in a big syringe tube. You just squeeze out like a little blob. Like take it. Yeah, like these guys are completely like I have no idea what their search parameters are. That's me like thinking as a programmer here. Like I see one crawling around right there on the ceiling. It flew over, somehow landed on the ceiling, and there's nothing on the ceiling, dude. Yep, that one just fell off. The ceiling's not meant to hold them, I guess. I don't know. Liquid baits works great. Oh, interesting. An ad? That's funny. Because these guys are probably coming from these giant ant mounds. Hey, Moscow Bish, how you doing? Um, we're talking about ants this morning. I'm gonna go crawl into my hole. Um, well, here we'll leave that up there. So I'll probably need to come back to that. Oh, you know what? I have it on my other screen now. Open it over there. But yeah, these guys are a little bit larger than that. But basically, the ant colonies here will create these giant mounds of, they'll collect like twigs and pieces of wood, etc. And just create these giant mounds. They're crazy. All right. So I'm trying to figure out whether or not I can render a single element. I mean, maybe we should do this as like an iframe or something. Kind of toss it up on the right side or something like that. If you see one like on the green screen behind me, just let me know. Oh, there's two up there. You guys didn't tell me. Squish them. Ah, it almost landed on me. Bye. That one's been mortally wounded. Oh, bye. My weapon of choice here. It's a felling wedge, or I'm cutting down trees. Yeah. So that's a fun day. Just keep an eye out, okay? I don't want him to like sneak up behind me again. It'll look like a dead pixel, okay? All right. Anyhow. So enough about ants in my day. How's your day going? Um, yeah. What am I killing? Flying ants. They have invaded. Would make an ant walk around. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, the little bug little thing. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I think I want to get this. I want to deconstruct this. So let's do this. Um, You know, it's probably easier just to omit a huge section. Let's just do that. This is in models page. Here. Here's widget. Here's page. Hub. Let's see. What does bool default to? Does bool default to true or false? We tossed a default on it. Oh, you know what? Guess it could be an option to a bool. Just doing a check. Oh yeah, yeah. One is flying. I don't know where it landed though. Somewhere else. They seem to be attracted to the light. All right. So we do widget only. And then where we start to render the page, wherever that is. It's permissions. Oh, where were we? Here. All the way down to here. Does this get tossed into like a body tag or something? Oh no, body tag's right there. Perfect. Okay. So if not self dot widget only. Wait. What is self? It's a page. Oh, but it's the wrong kind of page. That's a template page, not a model page. But it takes a model page. So self.page.widget only? Okay. And then here. Okay. Then we should just be able to get the widget. Although there's a couple things that are going to be definitely missing from that. That laser bug zapper, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know. They seem okay for a moment. All right. Get rid of that. Tracks with AI and shoots them down with lasers. Absolutely. That'd be awesome. What was that? That was one of the ideas for protecting against malaria, was it? Have laser fences around villages. But they are super precise, right? They can look at the beat of the wing of a mosquito, determine whether or not it's male or female, and just shoot the females down. Was that a Bill Gates project? I forget what it was. It kind of seems like something in that direction. I think it's in the same area. Let's run this again. Just trying to get our dialogue going. Missing, what? Missing widget only on page. Variable object page, 133. Ah. Okay. Oh, that's supposed to be a bool. Get stir, get... What? Wonder where they're getting in. That's gonna be distracting me all day. I gotta admit, that's... Alright, so what do we have here? JSCast. Reflect, we get something. Value, dine into T. Can we do a bool? Does JSCast... Oh no. Or the... What's going on here? Whoa. Okay. Hey, Cyanide for dinner. How you doing? Have I heard the news about Kenya today? I have not. Our JSCast. Oh, interesting. Why? That one was like flying right at me and then it turned into the screen. Huh. That should have been an easy kill. What? Oh. All right. This is like, let's keep it kid friendly, huh? My kids might actually be watching this right now. So I don't see how. All right. Hey, what's up? All right. Ultra Hal, how you doing? All right. Let's check on bool. Does bool implement JSCast boolean? Should, or is it? Here it is. Yes. So we could take that boolean. Okay. Oh no, this is just a bool at that point. Oh, come a little closer and I'll squish you, bug. Hey, what's up, Soham? Suppose the AI could misidentify someone and blind them? Yeah, probably. Doing okay. Just catching up on some code, chilling on Twitch. Very cool. We're doing all right. All right. We're, oh, here. This should have been a get bool. There we go. Let's see if it runs. Okay. Let's take a look at this source. See, it's still the whole thing. We don't want, oh, but I forgot. Admin dialog. It's not it. Here. There. Okay, build that again. Hey, fixing the Zika. How you doing? Okay. I'll skip the current song. Yes. What's going on forever, isn't it? Thank you. And we'll do the hydrate. Okay. Reload. Interesting. That didn't work. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Ultra Hal, how you doing? Oh, I guess we did ask. Yeah, we did ask. Really? That's kind of toilet humor there. Oh, thank you for the follow. So, why didn't this actually change the way that that rendered? Hmm. Did I get the Did I get that backwards? Go to a different one. See, that's administration. Maybe. And it kind of feels like I'm doing this piece wrong. I want to come back and revisit this. Different kind of coder. What do you normally program? All right. Did that build? One more time. What? What do you mean you build thinking machines? What does that mean? Like you're into AI or feel like this thing? What's your preferred stack for AI stuff? That's in fact my Jenna. Huh. I don't follow. This looks like it should work. I don't know why it's not working. Widget only is there. Dialogue's here. Oh, the movie 2001? L9000? Yep. Seems like it should be working. Let's debug some of this. Template page. It's all saved, right? Yes. Okay. Oh, what is this? Oh, see, we still have a little M down there. This one. That shouldn't be there. Widget only is false. Wasn't caught your eye? Oh, yeah, this is actually WebAssembly. We're compiling Rust, the Rust programming language code, down into WebAssembly so that we can run it on top of Cloudflare's workers. Yeah. So widget only is false. Huh. How is that false? Page. Did I spell it wrong? Widget only. It's right there. Widget only, true. Unless you can't deserialize this. Fun to watch. Well, welcome. Yeah, it's fun to flail around in the type hierarchy here. What's going on with that? Oh. All right, there's 3 together. I'm going in. All right. You're coming in late? Having an ant invasion. I'll be right back. All right. They won one. They made me drop my felling wedge behind the furniture. All right. Well, so why is widget only not actually deserialized? This seems like a fairly straightforward deserialization. Spelled correctly at the top level. So option bool? If we did that, we would have to unwrap or default. And here. But that seems odd. Why would we have to do that? Because it should just default to that. You know what? It feels like the file's not getting built. Oh, widget only. I mean that's just silly. That's ridiculous. False. Did it not get uploaded properly? We can go check the KV store. Let's do that. KV pages, admin dialog. It's there. It's true. Am I just going crazy? What is it? What is going on here? Why? Why? So somewhere along the way, probably not the durable object page. Models page here, maybe? Maybe during extend? Oh, it is in the extend. That's it. What was that on core mem? There's replace and take. Oh, I see. And we want to do a replace, but we don't care about the result. We don't care about the old one. We'll just drop it immediately. Okay. Oh, there we go. Page source. Empty? That doesn't seem right. No response data at all. Oh, get off my computer. Beastie. Come on, get. I was a little too aggressive with those ifs. Okay. Here, we wanted to not send the top pieces here. So we did that. It's commented out. Well, not commented, but you get the idea. This section does get rendered. And then the clothes, the body doesn't. Oh, panic. Unreachable. Under next. Options. Expect. I don't think that these are dependent on this. Styles, title, etc. So we're hitting, okay, let's go to widget renderers. Wait, where is that? That's, here. Oh, there it goes. COC finally kicked in. Um, Here. And this was in next. Oh. Oh. Oh, oh. Oh. You guys can, this is, we're going to go into some bad code. You guys can just look away. It's where is it? It's actually before this, before we get to render. Who calls render? Because we end up adding an extra widget to this template futures, right? Here, this one, the styles. That later gets pulled out. Here. Okay, first off, I don't like the unwrapper default. I don't like that there. So if this works, then we're going to come back and clean it. Okay. What's with, oh, almost. Because if we're an admin, we add one extra thing. Or is it? Is this Rocket? It is not Rocket. This is the router is called mimeograph router, and it is definitely Rocket inspired. But Rocket's router wouldn't compile to WebAssembly. I think the code I'm looking for is inside of merge configs. Maybe not. Is it this? There was one extra place where if you're an admin, right, then you can actually see the admin widget. And we're currently working on something that we call mimeograph. It is, think of it as an alternative to WordPress or Wix, right? So sorry, I was just blindly scrolling through that. Um, it's got to be in here somewhere. Who calls load KV? That's going to be in pages. Maybe it's in admin. Admin setup. No, no, we don't match anything else. So it's in WASM. Yeah, we compile the Rust code down to WebAssembly, and then we can run that WebAssembly in Cloudflare's workers. So on their edge network, we get, let's see, 128 megabytes of RAM to run our code inside of, in a serverless-like environment. So request comes in no matter where you are in the world, right? That you'll get their edge network, the closest node to you, and that'll load up the code and respond to it. So pretty cool, nice and quick. I am not seeing. Oh, I mean, maybe it's in load KV. Can't be here. We just looked through this. EMVNet settings. Okay, is it in render? I didn't think it was in render. Hey, Quicksilver, how you doing? So we come into render. We can see that. Okay, let's get rid of that. And then it rendered our content plus a little extra because we're an admin. Glad you're doing well. Happy Thursday. Now, somewhere between rendering, let me show you what I'm actually trying to hunt down. See that M there? That M. View page source. Come on, where is it? Here. This stuff. Actually, up to here. This is what we're looking for. And that's getting rendered because I'm an administrator and I'm loading up something inside of the admin directory. I think that would happen no matter where I was. However, I don't remember where that's getting added. See, that's let's go from what that thing is and work back to where it's used. That is templates, templates, mimeograph drawer. It's this. Whoever uses this function is never used. Really? Okay. It's not that. And who uses this? Oh. 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 It's in the default site config, so it's getting merged in. Oh. Hmm. Ooh. Okay, I don't like where I did that. So we need to move that out. Um, and thank you for the follow, DCR82. Thank you. I gotta figure out where to put that. It's basically getting injected on everything, and it's just added to the widget list. So we could do that in template page. And here, just add it to the next one. But at this point, it's too late. Here. At this point, we have a page, and we could check permissions here. No, we don't even have to check permission. Well, I see why I did it this way, because I don't want... Okay, so if... we want that. Let's change this back to just be a bool. Where's merge? Extend, there it is. Okay, that's good. We'll remove that from here. Okay. It's not there anymore. We'll add it here instead. Let's check the settings. So if you have page edit, you get this widget automatically. Okay. Remove these unwrapper defaults. Okay. Oh, it's not mutable. I think we own it at that point, don't we? All right, then some dead code. Reload. Ta-da! Okay. So, how are we going to clean this up? So we improved this already by having this extra widgets thing going on. Let's extract that. Let's put that in template mod. I don't know where. Function. And default widgets. This is models page. See, we're already using page. That's a little better. Now, back to template, where we're doing the rendering. How do we split this up so that, well, first off, we've got this grossness where we're using the template features for two things. Two things. And we shouldn't. Color of this one. Template mod, spawn local. Scroll up to where our template features are created. And it says styles. So this, we end up awaiting for this at the same time that we await for these other things. And the whole purpose for this was to await all of them at the same time. And to await them in order. Because these are features ordered. So where do we actually await this? Build widgets is an async function. Okay, so there's a promise there. We get a way to something that is joined. But this is actually going to go through and do something a little bit more complicated, isn't it? Because we'll have the template futures here. Yeah, see it iterates over these and converts that. Okay, what if we split this? We had two template futures, one for the widgets and one for everything else. Currently, we only have style future side of that. So we had widget futures and page futures. Maybe. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna split this up into two. Instead of piggybacking on the widget ones, we'll split that. And Paulo, 97 Loco, thank you for the follow. Happy Thursday, y'all. Yeah, split this. Is that Liadna? How do you say that? Thank you for the follow. Okay, so we're going to have widget futures, page futures. This one should be page futures. No longer need that to be conditional. We just won't use it later. That does need to be mutable. Okay. Expected 3 arguments found 4. Let's rename this first. This shall be widget futures. We have page futures. There. I don't really know what to do with that one. Huh. It seems like overkill for what we're doing here. Maybe they're header futures? So we end up with styles. Oh, that's right, because we have children. And these, I'm not expecting to have children. We need to do the same iteration loop that we do below. Here we're using render next, which is not what we are going to do because we don't have to deal with the children here. I don't know, content. Found enum content. Oh, because it's, yeah. There. What's the type on that? Unknown? Hmm. Like which piece of the page is actually causing the errors? You don't bother? Okay. Yeah, welcome. So it doesn't. Oh, it's because this whole thing. Oh, it's returning a result. So why this here? What is this returning? A result to a box, dine FM once. And this at this point, content is a result box, dine FM once. Okay. That returns a result. So we could either, yeah, why wouldn't this work? Let's give that a check. Because I don't know, I don't see what's going on here. This will give us more information. Time for some water. Expected enum result found enum option. Oh. Okay. Wait, next didn't return option? Well, I guess it does, doesn't it? All right. Awaits returning an option. Content result inside that. Can we do that? No, we can't do that. But we might be able to do that. Oh, that's a lot. That at least tells you a little bit more about it. Contente. Yes, and at this point, we do need another try operator. Good. That should succeed, and then we can run it again. Looking for those flying ants again. I don't know where they went. They're new invaders. I do not like them. Sam, I am. All right. Reload. Still working. Perfect. Because we are trying to get the content here. That means that if we go, let's say login. Ooh, unknown type mimeograph drawer. Did I call that something else? Uh-oh. Where is that? That's is it in models page? Yes. Oh, it's a hyphen, not an underscore. Look at that. Ta-da! All better. Okay. There we go. Now if we click on the little M right here next to my head, something. It actually hit that location. Neat. We'll have to fix the mime type stuff later. And here's our div, our modal. Cool. All right. But why is our CSS not showing this the right way? See, Bulma's right there. Bulma has this. But what am I missing? Oh, I mean, oh, there's no content, of course, but shouldn't that just work? What did I miss? To activate the model, just add is active. Oh, I see. The dot modal. Okay, so come back over here. No, here. There it is. Okay, so there's our dialogue. I think we got the little X up here, etc. So let's add that here. Template, dialogue. It's always active when we create it. And then we need some code for that. Oh, you have to implement the class toggle yourself. All right. So that is a pain. That is a royal pain because we got this thing locked down so tight for JavaScript. We can't just add JavaScript to the page. By no server, do I mean something like AWS Lambda? Yes. Except it's not AWS Lambda, it's Cloudflare Workers. And welcome. I'm going to have some JavaScript. It's already on the page here. Nope, not that. Here. That listens to clicks outside. Why? I don't like to add DJS. Oh, add JavaScript? Um, it's not that we can't add JavaScript, okay? It's that adding JavaScript dynamically is going to be hard to do. I'll show you why. So here, if we view the page source, right, we'll scroll to the very end where we have our script. And you can see here, we've got this nonce. Now, the reason this nonce is here is to prevent cross-site scripting, right? And if we look at the header for this, in the response headers, we have this content security policy with script source, with nonce and a nonce. Because of that, the page will only run script that is in a script tag that includes that nonce, like so. And because the page was already rendered and the server forgot what the nonce was, we can't just go add these whenever we want. So it's buttoned up tight. It means that the code already has to be there. And that would be in this file here. Or add some TypeScript. And looks like, let's have some sort of function here. On click outside. Because we're going to have something that just closes this whole thing. Right? But what is this going to return? Void? So this is TypeScript here. And just watch my head explode as I go between Rust and TypeScript and... Oh. So at this point, we need to know... Actually, we could do this... hard code it, but that's kind of blah. So first, we'll check to see whether or not our dialog contains the event. If it does, we'll do nothing, right? What do we know? Oh, I don't mind. Yeah, and if you have questions, please ask them. I'm not here to just like work on my project. So if you guys have questions, please. Hopefully programming related. But if you already have the content, you're able to parse and get the information to get the attribute content of the script tag, then it should be possible to manipulate. Or did you misunderstand me? I don't actually know if JavaScript on the page can inject more JavaScript on the page. So that's something I'm not sure of. It might actually be true. That might work. CSP is nonce JavaScript add script tag. There might be a way to do that. Without unsafe inline, such script will be blocked. Yeah. That I don't know the answer to. By default, inline scripts are out. Okay. Using nonces. Any script in a block with a nonce can run. String foo. Yeah, I don't know that I would need to add anything like that. It'd be interesting to test out. Yeah. But I think we can get away with it here. Now we don't need to add any script. So when we click outside, what do we want to happen? What are we clicking on? And why does this have to be there? You do that. Actually, why don't we do a null, and then we'll give it args. Is args on bind var arg? Okay. One, two. Oh, too many brackets there. No overload matches this call. All right, fine. TypeScript, you win this one. E dot. Now, if this dot contains e dot target, our current target. We do nothing. So if it doesn't contain that, oh, TypeScript, you're going to throw a fit about this. Sorry, we just lost a goat. How do I give this, this implicitly has an any because it doesn't have type notation. We'll give this type notation. Like that. You can specify a this like that? HTML element. What? So current target is event target. How do we convert that? Thank you. Thank you, Stroth. It's been a while since I've done TypeScript. Target's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, event target. Event target to node. Oh, mouse event should be more specific. The reason this happens is because you clicked on SVG inside of a button. So this should really be a mouse event then. Yeah, that's still the same. Let's look at mouse event. Event target. Huh. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Is that Widgeler? Thank you. Go ahead and cast it. Fine. Oops. Yeah. So if it's not contained in this, then then we close it. So remove event listener first. Type click and oops. Oh, document. Yeah. What what did we get wrong here? Click listener. No override matches this call. Overload one of two. Okay. I did the wrong one. That should be document. I'll remove event listener. But still. Oh, and it's bound. Uh, that creates a new little function for us, doesn't it? Well, unless there's a clean way to do that. In this case, it wants. Wow, why is this so hard? Like you add types to JavaScript and suddenly I'm powerless. It's just funny because all the rest of the code is super strongly typed in Rust. Then we come over here and it all falls apart. Oh shoot. Well, turns out I gotta run. Um, sorry. I'm late for the ball. All right, let's see. You guys got a raid target you want? Ooh. we're gonna write Hirosa. So I gotta run, but we'll get this figured out. We'll get that dialogue showing up. We've finished cleaning up the widget only rendering, which is a good addition. So till next time, y'all. Bye bye.